Welcome to another episode of Top Rope Talk. I am the sniper himself, Denzel Snipes, and you are live with your boy on the Sideline Sports Network. You see it on the top right, you see it on my chest. Oh, this side, my bad. And we're here, so I'm not matching. You get the Jägermeister hat tonight, fellas and ladies. Okay, but before we get started, let me go ahead and get these banners across the screen real quick. You know it's Top Rope Talk with me. Mondays, and I know it says 7. We're about 30 minutes late. Had some things going on. Actually, had some pretty big news coming from Sideline Sports. But I went on ahead and went on live right now. Figured it'd be a better time as any, right before Monday Night Raw comes on. Monday Night Football, whatever it is you want to choose to get into. If you're like me, you have both of them up. One on the laptop and one on the TV. But here's some of our other shows. If you pick these banners down at the bottom, baby. We got the Gauntlet Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sideline Sports Network with myself, Dom DeRubis, James Tatum, Tyler Ingram, and J.J. Jenkins, the Ravens aficionado himself. All NFL all the time. We have some great discussions as well as a non-sports topic hot for you every single week coming at you live. That is 8 Eastern on the Sideline Sports Network. Also, James Tatum 12 and Denzel Snipes 13 on YouTube. Also, the Sideline Sports Show, the flagship show, ladies and gentlemen. With Alumni Media, Instagram and Twitter, Sideline Sports 1, YouTube and Facebook, Sideline Sports, we're on DBTV, Believe Network, SidelineSportsNet.com. Flagship show, hosted by JB Ellis, with commentators John Shear, Rafael Esparza, Dave DeRocher. I'm producing the show, so most definitely don't miss out on that as well. We also got a lot of great shows for you. Confidential, season 3 is wrapping up. We got MLB postseason for you. Also, there's the Gauntlet Presents Picked Off. That's our weekly pick show on the Sideline Sports Network for NFL week-by-week picks with the Gauntlet crew as well. We also got Sports Business Insider on Thursdays. We also got Ken's Pet Show, First and 56. We are chock full of shows, ladies and gentlemen, so please find us on Sideline Sports on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Everything is down there. Y'all know where to find us and everything. Hit the like and subscribe button, notification bell for all updates and shows, and follow us on Facebook. And now, you know what? Let's get down to it. That's enough advertising for tonight. Let's put this down. But as you all know, this past weekend we had quite the event. And actually a little bit better event than I thought that it would be, considering that it's not a Big Five. It's not WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, or Survivor Series. It was WWE Bad Blood in Hot Atlanta, GA. Now, we had a hell of an event with a lot of great things that happened. And I know some of it's going to be subject to criticism, but let's go ahead and get into it real quick. So this first match is a matchup that I thought should have ended the night because, well, considering the fact that this was the logo and you had the Hell in a Cell in the center of it, you would think that it would headline it, but it didn't. But instead, it kicked off the night. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have completed their trilogy. CM Punk defeated Drew McIntyre in a knockdown, drag-out bout in Hell in a Cell. So the question is, what is now next for the second City Saint? In my humble opinion, in my humble opinion, sorry, can't talk tonight. I think now it's time to put him in maybe one small feud, but something at least, because now you have to find something for him to do leading up to the Royal Rumble event. My pick to win the men's Royal Rumble match is CM Punk. We'll get into some other stuff here in a little bit, but as far as CM Punk goes, he's my pick to win the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre, maybe he goes away for a bit. Maybe he comes back as a face. Maybe he switches sides, goes to SmackDown, and kind of like that mid-season kind of deal. But also at the same time, this was a hell of an event, you all. 27 years to the day of the first ever Hell in a Cell between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. You got this in Atlanta, and it was absolutely amazing. Yes, both men bled. The toolbox came outside. Tables came outside. There was all the smack talk in the world. The beads came outside. a bag full of the beads that CM Punk had custom made for that bracelet. Drew McIntyre decided to bring it outside and dump a whole bag full on his head. It was just a trigger. But man, the spot of the match was when right after he dumped that bag on Punk's head, he goes for a claymore and he misses and he lands lower back first into the ring steps, which was the steel ring steps, which was brought into the ring. And Punk, of course, he goes to wrap a chain around his knee, go to sleep for the third time, and get the pinfall. Great match between the two. Drew McIntyre did an awesome job getting this man put back over, getting CM Punk, back adjusted to the ring again. But now it's time for other things with CM Punk, like him fighting on a Raw, for example. But awesome match. But now it's time to build him up for that world title. Next match. WWE Women's Championship. Nia Jax successfully retained against Bayley. Now, during the matchup, of course, Tiffany Stratton came down there and teased a Money in the Bank cash-in. And it didn't happen because guess what? Nia Jax rose like the Undertaker and caught her in the act. And of course, Tiffany, no, I wasn't going to do anything. But she ended up Nia Jax ended up finishing the job. Bayley, there was actually a spot in the match that was interesting. Bayley had Nia Jax up in what was supposed to be a power bomb, and Nia hit what appeared to be, she hit what appeared to be a Nia Rana. Yes, you heard that correct. She did a modified Hurricane Rana. This woman, wow, that was amazing. Now I've seen Kane do a Hurricane Rana before, okay, but Nia Jax, the monster among women, I guess you could say. Her performing that modified Hurricane Rana, and it worked too. It was great. She went on it wasn't a dominant match. It was back and forth. She hit Bayley's on belly to belly on her. Bayley did her best to stay in the match. But in the end, it was Nia Jax, and Nia Jax came out victorious. But what all is going to occur with Nia Jax here in the future, I am not exactly sure on Charlotte Flair's condition. If she's coming back, quite possibly challenge Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. But we'll see. Next up, this is a short card, by the way. Grudge match. Damian Priest defeats Finn Balor. Great match. I'd rate it about a B. Finn Balor does what he does against guys bigger than him. He's a giant. He didn't exactly kill Damian Priest, but the archery of infamy himself. I think it's time to throw him back into the world title picture, even if he doesn't win it right now. Now, the question at the bottom says, is this feud over between the two former Judgment Day brothers? I don't think so. You would think that it would, but there's Damian Priest's Terror Twin mate, and that's Rhea Ripley. As long as she's got a rivalry with Liv, as long as she's got a rivalry with Liv, the rivalry isn't over with yet. So, with that being said, rivalry's not done, but Damian Priest and Finn Balor had a pretty good match. Had a very good match. Me rating it a B. I'd say it was a B plus actually. Judgment Day came down, showed their faces. Of course, they all got fought off, and Priest came out victorious. But we'll see what happens. We got a pretty loaded Monday Night Raw. We're going to get to that in just a minute, or rather at the end. I'll talk about what's going on. But then let's go on to our Women's World Championship, and I forgot to put it down there. This was the Dom in a cage match. Dom was suspended above not the ring apron, the aisle, the ring aisle, in a cage, a little mini shark cage. But Liv Morgan defended against Rhea Ripley. Now here's where Rhea Ripley kind of had a CM Punk moment and let her emotions get the best of her. Because Rhea Ripley had the match won and could have had the belt back. But sometime during the match, Dominic managed to get the cage door open, and then he ends up falling out of it and hanging upside down. So then Rhea was like, you know what? I got the match won, but I'm going to go and get some get back real fast. She grabs the kendo stick and goes pinata all over Damian Priest. It was amazing. But at some point, after she gets back in the ring, and it's really funny because before she went out there and got get back with Dom, she told the referee, hey, basically, I'm going to go and do this real quick. You know what I've been through? Don't count me out. The referee said, hey, I don't blame you. Handle your business. And then you hear the announcers, oh, well, that's an unbiased ref. But the end of the match, we saw a returning Raquel Rodriguez attack Rhea Ripley and then put Liv on top of her for the 3 count, but the referee saw it and ended up throwing the match out, disqualification. Yeah, DQs on pay-per-views aren't exactly, highly favored. But Raquel Rodriguez is back. Never forget that Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan were tag team championship partners. And it was, I believe it was Rhea Ripley who put Liv Morgan on the shelf, and they had to give up the tag belts. Raquel Rodriguez had to find another partner. Well, Raquel Rodriguez came back, and she has aligned herself with Liv Morgan. With that being said, did the Judgment Day just add more muscle? They quite possibly have. And I'm not mad at them one bit. They just went from 5 to 6. I'm totally for it. I am. But here's the deal. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley at some point in time have got to get a third person to watch their back. Now they kind of have Jey Uso part-time, but now Jey Uso's Intercontinental Champion. He might not have all that time for them, They're going to have to find a third. They're just going to have to find a third, a permanent third who is going to watch their back. The question is who? Maybe we see a face AJ Styles. I don't know. But for the time being, Liv is still champ. I don't know if she's going to hold the belt till Mania. I don't know if it's going to last until Survivor Series, quite frankly. But it is what it is for the time being. We'll see what goes down when Raw's War comes on the air. And now for our main event. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns defeat Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And after the matchup, during the matchup, there was a mysterious man standing outside of the ring in a black hoodie and a black bandana. He attacked the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa looks outside the ring. The guy takes his bandana and hoodie off, and as soon as you saw the braids, you knew it was Jimmy. I have been clamoring for Jimmy Uso for the last 3 months, and now he's finally back. Jimmy Uso is back. He helped out Roman Reigns. Reigns hits the spear, got the 3 count. Jimmy and Reigns reunited in an emotional moment because Jimmy was like, man, brother, I'm with you. WrestleMania. Yeah. That happened. I was with you. Going back to last year, right? Reigns kind of got full of himself and, started slapping the Usos around. Jimmy attacks Reigns. Him and Jay leave. They win the tag match against Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Then they had a tag team title match and the Usos took that one. Then Jey Uso goes for the WWE Championship and the Tribal Chief title. And Jimmy Uso turns on Jay. And rejoins the Bloodline eventually. Well, Roman's version. And then Roman loses at Mania. Roman takes a sabbatical. And then Solo takes over and kicks out Jimmy. Well, now Jimmy's back. Now he's back. He was out for a knee injury, but hey, he's 100% now. Love to see him back. And this right here is going to set the seeds for Survivor Series War Games, because Cody Rhodes was attacked by the rest of the bloodline. Roman and Jimmy went in there and attacked them and chased them away. Roman goes over to the belt, picks it up, hands it to Cody Rhodes. And then you hear this man's music. Yes, that's him. He's back. We haven't seen him since April. He told Cody Rhodes, "I will see you down the line." He was on the top. He was at the top of the aisleway, and he gave the one. Then he went 2, 3, boom, knife to throw. What does this mean? What does this mean? Does it mean he's aligning with Reigns, or is he aligning with Sikoa? My personal thoughts are that he's going to reveal that he's been pulling the strings all along to have Solo take over. It's going to lead to a WWE title match between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. The Rock's going to win. And then at WrestleMania, we'll finally get our Reigns-Rock main event for the title. But for now, War Games. Here's what I think is going to happen. The old bloodline will see the Usos reunite for one night with Roman Reigns and, why not, Sami Uso versus the current bloodline. Now, who's going to win? Beyond me. I couldn't tell you. The Bloodline 2.0, the current one, they need the victory more than anything. Because seemingly, it's like they dominate SmackDown, but get to a pay-per-view and fumble. Or a PLE and fumble. So they need they kind of need the win more than anything. But we'll see. But before we get off the air, there was a special announcement by Triple H in the middle of the event, where basically they are starting a new annual tradition for Crown Jewel every year, starting this year, and that is, and he unveiled a new title belt, and it's the Crown Jewel Championship, where basically every single year, all 4 world champions will face each other, from the women's side and the men's side. Of course, 2 separate matches. So the World Heavyweight Champion is going to face the WWE Champion on the men's side. The Women's World Champion is going to face the WWE Women's Champion on the women's side. And the winner of both those matches will be crowned the best of that year. So as it stands right now, Cody Rhodes will be slated to face Gunther. And Nia Jax will be slated to face Liv Morgan. Anything could change between now and November the 2nd. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Top Rope Talk. I'm your boy Denzel Snipes. Go enjoy Monday Night Raw. We have a loaded Raw for you, as tonight Jey Uso will defend the Intercontinental title against Xavier Woods. I think this is the last night of the New Day. Don't at me. And then, of course, and what's probably going to be the main event, Gunther's going to defend the world title against Sami Zayn. But I'm Denzel Snipes. Thank you for tuning in to Top Rope Talk. We will see you all next week. Holla at your boy.